pump the probes out. Jaedong has significantly, I don't think Bako has killed a single drone of Jaedong's, whereas Jaedong has taken out at least 5 or 6 probes of Bako's, and that might be what decides the game in the long run. So Jaedong, even though he was caught off guard, has done reasonably well in terms of countering, and I think that's what he should have done straight away off the board. The moment he saw those zealots in the middle, he should have tried to counter Bako instead of pulling his Zerglings back and concentrate on and put up maybe a sunken or 2 to defend, or even possibly expanded that, cancel that natural expo, because he hadn't gotten it up at the time. But he instead tried to defend and was really, we have to, I think, probably say fairly out macroed by Bako. Bako using his zealots to great advantage, building them up quickly. He's now going to get that nexus up and running. He's got Jaedong boxed in his main, and Jaedong really in trouble here up against it. He's going to have one chance to try and come back in this game, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. I don't think he's scouted that nexus as of yet. He's still got those Zerglings wandering around in Bako's main, trying to pick off another probe. Bako microing well, kills off one of the Zerglings. Jaedong really needs to use this Zergling to try and scout and get on the ramp. I'm not sure if it's blocked or not. He's put the Hydralisk Den up. He's using those Zerglings to ward off Bako. Bako sending a Zealot down to try and get a scout. It's vital for Jaedong that he denies the scout. He wasn't able to deny it, but I suppose all Jaedong wants to do is try and push down that ramp and get down that ramp, and looks like he's going to be able to do that with the Hydralisk hiding behind the Zerglings. But Bako's got a significant Zealot force in the ground now. He's got his Nexus running. Jaedong's still with the two hatcheries, and Jaedong's going to be in a little bit of trouble here if he's not able to do something. I'm not sure exactly what it is he needs to do. Perhaps if he was teching to lair and had lurkers going, he might be able to catch Bako, because Bako's got no tech to speak of. And Jaedong managed to lure Bako up the ramp. He's managed to pick off one of the Zealots. He's got about 3 Hydralisks now, so he's doing the right thing. He's not waiting to build up a force of Hydralisks. He's trying to get some Zerglings on the ramp, and now he's fighting with Zerglings, and this is a mistake by Jaedong. I don't think he has enough forces to break this, but I guess he feels that if he can take out most of Bako's forces, he can then counter, because Bako's not going to be able to produce units quickly enough. Bako hasn't got upgrades for his Zealots either, because of the fact, and those Zerglings obviously are those Zerglings are speed upgraded. Bako hasn't got upgrades for his Zealots, so Jaedong continues to build up a force of Hydralisks. Bako is going to be in trouble here, because once he loses the Zealots, he hasn't got a lot more to actually help him out. Jaedong continued to pump more Zerglings as opposed to more Hydralisks, using the Zerglings as a shield for the Hydralisks. He's got more Zerglings coming out, and now he's going to actually take out this ground force of Bako's, and Bako's now down to 4 Zealots, so Jaedong's going to be able to push out, but Bako meanwhile has used the time that his Zealots were defending to actually get photon cannons up, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for him. Jaedong immediately planning a hatchery down. Bako has meanwhile got his cybernetics core, so Jaedong needs to get a few more Hydralisks out ASAP, get them upgraded. I just don't know if he's got enough time. I just don't know if he's got enough resources to be able to do this. He needs to take these 2 Zealots out. He can't afford to let them escape and have them stand in front of the photon cannons. Jaedong, I think this is a mistake by Jaedong. I think he shouldn't waste time trying to take these 2 gateways out. I think he should go for the counter, but perhaps he feels that by taking the gateways out, he's going to slow his opponents. But actually, it might make more sense to take those gateways out, because he's going to force then Bako to rebuild those gateways in his main. And Bako, again, microing reasonably well, using what little force he had there to maximum advantage. Jaedong taking the pylon down. Bako's building another gateway outside his main, and another gateway in his main, so at his natural as well as in his main. He's putting the Citadel of Aden up, so he's going to be getting those Templar up quickly. I don't think that's going to bother Jaedong too much. It's just a question of how well Jaedong's economy is going to be able to sustain itself. Jaedong immediately putting another hatchery down, putting a 4th hatchery down at that min-only expansion, and I suspect that he's going to have to win at the lair at this tech level. I think he's going to have to win with. He needs to get a lair up there and get that overload upgraded, because he's got to know that Bako's got to be doing something different here. That Bako's going to be coming at it with some sort of advanced tech sooner rather than later, and Jaedong's got to be prepared for that. Crucially, he's taken out those gateways, so that's going to trouble Bako in terms of his production. He won't be pumping from 4 gateways. He'll only be pumping from 2. And I think Jaedong, actually, I said he should have gone for the counter, but actually, to be honest, I think he made the right decision. He didn't have enough resources to make the counter at that stage, and I think he made the right decision in getting those in taking out those 2 gateways, in hurting Bako as much as he could. Bako now should be starting up the Templar archives, I would assume, but it doesn't look like he's done that. He's instead going for a defensive posture. He's instead putting down more photon cannons in main, trying to get that probe through for defense. Jaedong blocks it with the Zerglings and takes it out. Jaedong's got a decent group of Zerglings on the ground now. Bako's got loads of photon cannons and Zealots. There's no way Jaedong can break this with the ground forces he has. He needs way more Hydralisks to be able to do this, and he needs those Hydralisks to be upgraded. He doesn't look anywhere near teching to lairs. He's not going to have speed upgraded overlords either when the Dark Templar pop out for Jaedong, and that might very well be when the game ends. Jaedong looks like he's making a mistake. He's committing himself with the Zerglings. All those Zerglings going through. Bako's going to bring his probes in to defend. He's got about 4 Zealots as well. Jaedong's attack fails. And I think Bako might have actually gotten an upgrade on those Zealots as well. It'll be interesting to click on them and see if Bako's managed to upgrade them with that Forge. So this is going to, looks like Jaedong is actually, folks, it looks like Jaedong is actually going to go out. So now the Templar Archive's building for Bako, and when that Archives comes up, surely it's going to be curtains for Jaedong. Jaedong putting up a couple more hatcheries now, but he really needed to get that lair tech going. He really needed to get those hardness upgraded. He's now upgrading to lair. I think it's too little, too late. He had to anticipate. He didn't, perhaps he hadn't scouted the amount of defenses that Bako had. Perhaps he thought he could break, but if he didn't break it earlier, right when he broke through his Zealot line first, how did he think he was going to break it now? I think Jaedong has wasted his forces. I think he could have tried to play a little bit of a longer game, but now Jaedong is in dire straits in this game, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to come out of it. I think that fourth hatchery was unnecessary. I don't think he needed to commit himself that far ahead. Bako taking the lead by boxing Jaedong in earlier on. It looks like the rush strategy is going to work versus Jaedong. I don't think he's got too many Sunkens there to defend that Expo either, and now Bako with just speed upgraded Zealots is going to be laying waste to Jaedong's forces. He's got speed upgraded Zealots. I'm not sure if their weapons upgraded as well, but it'll be interesting to see if they get clicked on at some point. So Bako going in with the Zealots. That Sunken Colony isn't up, and he's got that massive line of Zealots. Jaedong trying desperately to defend. Bako knows that if he can clear this, his coming in Dark Templar will clear up most of Jaedong's forces, and Jaedong loses all of his Zerglings and Hydrilists in the process. Bako's not even going to have to need his Templar, and that's GG. Jaedong is out of the OSL, folks. Can you believe it? Jaedong goes out of the OSL, put out by Bako. He will not have a rematch versus Casey. Looks like it's going to be Bako versus Casey in Game 5. I am utterly shocked. I did not expect this. I cannot believe this is happening. But you've got to give credit to Bako. He microed brilliantly with his Zealots. I think Jaedong had an opportunity to come back in this game once he'd pushed Bako's forces out and taken those two gateways out in the center. I think he overextended himself with that fourth hatchery. I think he should have gotten tech up and focus more on a Hydrolist build and try to at least get layer tech, but he left that too little too late, and he's gone, he's out, and Jaedong is out of the OSL. Wow, so much so for Jaedong's domination. It's going to be someone else who's going to have to challenge Flash. We won't be seeing that rivalry develop any further, at least in this tournament. This is Klazart, guys. Thanks for listening. Excuse me. Thank you.